You're bringing the graphics up. Yeah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to David A. Hastings Stadium. I'm Neil Sriwastawa. As we get going tonight, the Brantford Red Sox in town to take on your new-look Guelph Royals. Royals general manager and field manager Gino Romell announcing just a couple of minutes ago that the Royals have signed Andy Leader from the Kitchener Panthers. The return for the Panthers is Danny Garcia and Jorge De La Cruz Paez. So the Panthers will get two pitchers. The Guelph Royals get the center fielder they've been after all year, and Andy Leader. Leader, of course, the 2023 All-Star with the Panthers, longtime Panthers, and I'm going to thank you, everybody, for getting the job done as far as this stuff goes. We're going to have Andy on the show probably later this week. No, probably next week, actually. We'll talk about it and everything else. I know you wanted a couple minutes just to process things, and he did take batting practice with the Royals, and he is in uniform wearing number 10 this evening. So the Royals will get the new look on fair, of course, but the task at hand is they've got the Brantford Red Sox, who have been playing these Guelph Royals extremely tough so far. Red Sox are 4-9 on the season. The Royals are 6-4. And the Royals have had, all they could handle as far as the Brantford Red Sox so far. We'll get looking at the lineup for the Brantford Red Sox. Ethan Powell will lead things off in center field. Gus Wilson is going to bat second at shortstop. Kieran Bowles is batting third at first base. Jeremy Avila is batting fourth. He's doing the catching. Lucas Bateman, the junior, is batting fifth at third base. Cam Gurney is a designated hitter. For the Red Sox, Matt Torrenson is in right field batting seventh. Desai is batting eighth at second base. Roger Keane is batting ninth in left field. And on the hill for the Red Sox is number 17, Gregor Farquharson. The new look lineup for your Guelph Royals is a fly it up here on the screen as well.
This time I ask you please rise.
We'll do that as soon as we come back from the anthems.
And join in on the singing of O Canada.
Welcome back to David Hastings Stadium. The anthem has now been played, and the New Look Royals will be taking the lineup here on the field momentarily. Brandon Rulu will lead things off. He's in at shortstop. He's batting first. J.D. Williams is in center field. He is batting second. Andy Leader, making his Royals debut, is in right field tonight. He's batting third and wearing number 10. Garrett Takamatsu is batting fourth. He's at first base. Keon Masani is batting fifth at third base. Mark Nellis is batting sixth in left field. Ohashi is batting seventh at second base. J.D. Rosario is doing the catching. He's batting eighth. Ashton Patterson is the DH. He's batting ninth. And Evan Grill is on the hill for the Royals tonight. Is on the mound as the Royals are getting ready to take the field here.
All right, Royals
course, let the plate home PA announcer Bruce Barker introduce the lineup for the first time as well.
Shortstop, number 5, Wando LaRue. Batting second, the left fielder, number 8, J.D. Williams. Batting third, the right fielder, number 10, Andy Leader. Batting fourth at first base, number 4, Garrett Takamatsu. Batting fifth at third base, number 16, Keon Mazeni. Batting sixth, in left field, number 9, Mark Nellis. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Ryosuke Ohashi. Catching for the Royals this afternoon, number 3, Joseph Del Rosario. Batting ninth, the DH, number 50, Ashton Patterson. And pitching for your Royals this evening, number 51, Evan Brill. Time now to take it down the field. We say good evening to Kara.
Hi everyone, I'm Karen. I'm your in-game host for some special events we have coming up at the top of the third and sixth. We invite all kids to come run the bases at the top of the third inning, and we have a special game of Plinko in the sixth inning. Now we are a small but hopefully mighty crowd tonight. Now please say hello to Ethan and Reese, and who are going to help me get the fun underway today. Can we get a big Let's Go Royals on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Let's go Royals! Let's go Royals! Let's go Royals! Let's go Royals!
The crowd might be small tonight based on the heat, but everybody is having a great time here at Hastings Stadium as Evan Grills gets his warm-up pitches underway. Grills in his last appearance took the loss against the Berry Bay Cats a couple Tuesdays nights ago. Looking for a little redemption here to help his home squad here get the W. As we mentioned off the top, Royals come into action 6-4, losing both games on the weekend to the Welland Jackfish. 14-6 here at home at Hastings Stadium on Saturday afternoon before falling 7-3 at the Pond on Sunday. The Red Sox, of course, lost to the Royals Friday night, 3-2. Then they defeated the Hamilton Cardinals Saturday afternoon at Arnold Amberton Stadium before losing to the Maple Leafs on Sunday night to close out their weekend at 1-2.
Leading off for Brantford, the center fielder, number 22, Ethan Paulos.
Ethan Paulos will take off here and we'll get underway. Paulos comes into action tonight, batting .258 on the season. He'll be followed by Gus Wilson in the wings and Kieran Bowles in the hole. Hopefully everything is okay for everybody, sound-wise everywhere. We are a solo crew tonight. Jacob Chappelle is on doing the directing tonight. I'll be calling the action. Eric McKenzie's also our sound guy tonight too. We're keeping you guys in the ballpark on the tunes. And making sure I keep up the date on point streak as well. Girls is 0-2 offering to Paulos. Misses outside for a ball. Count now 1-2. Grills gets the sign from Rosario. 1-2 offering. Swung on and missed. Paulos goes down on strikes, and there's one away here.
The shortstop, number 27, Gus Wilson.
And I bring up Gus Wilson, who's batting .361 on the season. Wilson following up in his second year with another great season so far, statistically speaking, and then defensively as well. Red Sox lucked out when they found this guy last year, that's for sure. First pitch to Wilson is in there for a strike, and Grillis is ahead to hit the count at 1-1. Definitely a hot, humid day here at the ballpark. Game time temperature, I believe, was 27 degrees Celsius. But feeling like closer to 34. That one misses low for a ball, evens the count at 1-1. Definitely do your neighbors a favor. Please check in on them as well, especially if they're elderly. This one's driven to center field. Williams is backpedaling still. He'll make the catch. Oh, actually, he won't make the catch. Wilson is going to be on his way to second with the double. 1-out double by Gus Wilson. As J.D. Williams just watched that one tail over his head. Don't think he got the glove on it, so it's going to go in the score sheet as a double. Looks like it just kept tailing off for him. And Kieran Bowles, who's been on a little bit of a hot streak himself over the last week and a half, batting .272 on the season now. He'll be the batter with one away. Takes a hack at that first pitch and fouls it off for strike one. Nice to see so many people on YouTube having some fun in the chat. Grillis' 0-1 offering. Is chopped to second base. Ohashi up, but he'll flip to first. He'll get the out. Wilson will go to third with two away.
The catcher, number 12, Jeremy Valou.
Bowles is retired on the fielder's choice. Or sorry, the 4-3 force out. And Wilson goes to third with two away. Jeremy Valou now the batter. 280 average on the season. Had a grand slam in Chatham-Kent a couple weeks ago. Time called is both the pitcher and the batter were not set. Umpire bailed out. Grillis gets a sign he likes. That one's in there for a called strike. And he's ahead of the count on Valou at 0-1. That one's in there for a strike on the other half. Valou wasn't sure about it, but he goes with it. He'll probably put that one in the back pocket for his half of the enemy on the defense. Grillis ahead of the count at 0-2. 0-2 offering. Is lined to left field into the gap. Left fielder is charging hard for it. Is not going to get to it. He cut off. 1-1 run will score. Valou on his way to second with a sliding double. 2-out double by Jeremy Valou gives the Red Sox the 1-0 lead here in the first inning. I'll bring up Lucas Bateman, the junior, for the Red Sox. Bateman batting .217 on the season, on the senior loop. Doing pretty well from what I've heard in the junior loop as well. He fouls off the first offering from Grillis for strike one. Ball misses outside, evens the count 1-1. Grillis from the stretch. His 1-1 offering. This is outside for a ball. It's 2-1. Cam Gurney, the designated hitter, waiting in the wings for the Red Sox. Should Bateman find his way aboard? Grillis looks running back, throws to the plate. Swung on and missed for strike two. Evens the count 2-2. Grillis gets the sign from Rosario. 2-2 offering. Is in there for a called strike three. It dropped in there. Fell off the table. Red Sox get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man is left on base. Royals come to the bat when we come back after the break, trailing the Red Sox 1-0 here at Hastings Stadium. Welcome back to Hastings Stadium. Bottom of the first inning we go here. I'm Neil Srivastawa. The Brantford Red Sox putting up a 1-0 lead in the top half of the first inning. As Brandon LaRue will be the first batter to face Gregor Farquharson here. With the Royals trailing 1-0. Of course, the big action just moments before the ball game. The Royals announcing they've acquired Andy Leader from the Kitchener Panthers in exchange for 2 pitchers. So we missed that off the top. Andy Leader is in the lineup, and he is in batting third tonight for the Royals. As LaRue takes strike 1 from Farquharson. Winner game in the Inter-County this evening. Chatham-Kent and London are scoreless after a half inning in London. It was a 7 o'clock start tonight. This one is fouled away by LaRue, and the count is 0-2. Everybody's checking their car horns to make sure it's not their alarms going off. It's just a sound effect in the park, folks. That one sails high, runs the count to 1-2 on LaRue. LaRue batting .260 on the season so far. Member of the Florida Atlantic University team in Division I. Watches that one sail inside, evens the count at 1-1. Sorry, 2-2. Swung on and missed. LaRue goes down on the strikes. Farquharson's got one away here to start the first inning. That'll bring up J.D. Williams, the center fielder.
J.D. Williams.
That one is fouled away. First strike 1 on Williams. Williams batting .317 on the season. This one's fouled off again. And the count is 0-2. Of course, manager Dino Romel was teasing me earlier this evening, saying the Red Sox don't have our number. Well, maybe they have my cell number, but that's fine. I think he got the gist of it. I said it 3 times in the broadcast. I think I only said it once, so. But I'll have to go back and watch the tape. And that runs the count to 1-2 on Williams. Farquharson from the stretch. 1-2 offering. Is line to third base side. It's going to get through, passed for a base hit. And J.D. Williams aboard here for Andy Leader.
The right fielder, number 10, Andy.
Comes up to the plate. He's wearing number 10 tonight. I'm sure he'll get another number at a later date. More accustomed to it. Of course, he wore 49 with the Panthers for as long as I can remember over there. The second in the Leader family to play for the Royals. His grandfather played here a few years back. Had a quick chat with Andy before game time. So takes that one low, and the count is 2-0. Garrett Takamatsu waiting on deck. Keon Losani waiting in the hole for the Royals as Williams leads off first. Leader hits this one into right field. It looks like it's over the head of the right fielder. He's going to backpedal. He's going to make the catch. Leader's retired for the second out. And Williams has to backpedal to first in a hurry. Leader retired on the F9 in his Royals debut. And Garrett Takamatsu will be the batter now with 2 away and a runner at first. Takamatsu batting .310 as well on the season so far. Was away for the weekend. That one's in there for a called strike. Williams goes on the pitch. The throw by Veilleux is offline there. It's going to go bouncing in the outfield. Williams charging hard for 3. The slide. He's in there with his head first slide. And he's safely at third. Give him the stolen base and the E2 on the throw. Advances to the third base. And now with 90 feet away for Garrett Takamatsu, who's got a 1-1 count on him. Throw just seemed to sail out of the hands of Veilleux here. Given this heat and the humidity, I'm sure it wasn't intentional. One pitch. He's in the dirt and gets away. It's going all the way to the backstop. Williams will trot home. We got ourselves a 1-1 ball game. Wild pitch will be the official scorer's decision on that one. And we got a 1-1 score. That run is officially unearned as well. Garrett Takamatsu has now a 2-1 count on his favor. And nobody aboard with 2 away. Takamatsu gets this one off the hands a little bit. But lines into the right center field. It's going to be a great catch. Oh, it dropped out of the glove of the center fielder. That'll be scored a base hit. Put a star beside that one for an E for effort for the center fielder.
Number 16, Keon Mozini.
Takamatsu with the 2-out single. Keon Masani now the batter, the third baseman tonight. Comes into action batting .300 on the year. Been played in pretty much all weekend games. That one misses outside for ball 1. Count is 1-0. Check swing by Masani. It's hit down the third baseline. It stayed fair. Third baseman up with it cleanly. Masani didn't know it was fair. And it'll go 5-3 will go the out. The Royals do tie the ball game. And Strand Takamatsu on his way to second base. We're tied at 1 apiece. We head to the top of the second inning when we come back after the break here at Hastings Stadium. Welcome back to David Hastings Stadium, top of the second inning, in a 1-1 tie between the Brantford Red Sox and the Guelph Royals. On a hot and humid night here at the ballpark, not too many people in here, all watching at home on the luxury of the air conditioning. Man, I'm envying you guys all right now. It's smuggy up here. Not only are we at the hollowest part in the stadium, we're also in a tin can. Feeling like a sardine right now. Just stewing. First pitch to Cam Gurney is called a strike. Count is 0-1. Gurney flops this one into left field. Nels has beat on it. He'll make the catch. And there's one away. F7 goes to put out on Gurney for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Matt Torrenson. The right fielder batting 166 on the season. Not a mound visit charged. Looks like it was a cross-up on the signals. The plate umpire went out there with the catcher. Especially when you got a young catcher catching a former pro out there, so Rosario just wants to make sure he's on the same page as his pitcher. That one's in there for a called strike. Grillis continues to pound the strike zone so far. A pair of doubles by the Red Sox in the first inning on Gus Wilson and Jeremy Veilleux. He takes that one inside for a ball, runs the count to 1-1. Wilson doubled. Bowles grounded out 4-3 to move him to third base, and then Veilleux hit a double into the gap. That one swung on and missed and runs the count to 1-2. On Torrenson. Desai on deck in the 8th spot. Roger Keane in the hole, the 9 batter for the Red Sox tonight. That one misses just inside and runs the count to 2-2. Swung on and missed. Grillis has his third punch out of the night. And there's 2 away here in the second inning for the Red Sox. Bye-bye, Desai. I always say that wrong. I apologize, Mr. Desai. Is the batter now. Batting 186 on the season. Has come through in the clutch a couple times for the Red Sox already. That one misses low, and the count runs to 2-0 on Desai. It's popped in the air, and it's going to go foul on a play. Makes the count 2 balls and a strike now. On Desai. Grounded up the middle. LaRue up with it. He'll throw to first in time. And the inning's over. Red Sox go 1-2-3 here at the top of the second inning. Back with the Royals coming to bat here at Hastings Stadium in a 1-1 tie when we come back.
Heard you looking for a hero. Well, look up. Yeah, I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I get back up. I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I get back up.
Stadium, Neil Shrewaspa. The score is 1-1 between the Brantford Red Sox and your Guelph Royals. Of course, we'll do the all-important check-ins across YouTube as well. If you're tell us know where you guys are watching at home in the chat. See, Dinwoody is watching from Labatt Park. What's the score over there, Mr. Dinwoody? Mark Graham is watching from hospital bed. Mark, I hope it's nothing serious and hope you're back on your feet soon. I'll try my best to announce tomorrow night's Silver Creeks game for you in your absence. Count on Mark Nellis' ball one here. It's lined up the middle. It's going to get through for a base hit. Royals have got the leadoff man aboard here to start the second inning.
The second baseman, number 24, Ryosuke.
Ohashi coming to the plate now, batting in the 7th spot tonight. Runner at first is Mark Nellis. Of course, the Majors and Chatham-Kent Barnstormers playing a makeup game this evening at Labatt Park with a 7:05 start, if I'm not mistaken. That one's in there for a called strike on Ohashi, and the count is 0-1. Ohashi gets set. Watches that one fall in low. It evens the count at 1-1. Of course, I'm sure my pal Dylan Baker is bringing you the action on Majors TV. I'm not sure who his partner is this evening. Of course, Dylan was a one-man show Sunday afternoon for the 5,200 plus on Pack the Park Day. That was a great night to be at a great afternoon to be at the ballpark. Thankfully, it wasn't as hot as it is today. That would have just been absolutely awful to be with that many people in that ballpark. But it was such a great sights and sounds. This one is chopped foul. And the count remains 1-2. Alan Ross chiming in. It was 4-2 for the Majors over the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. Thank you, Mr. Ross. Appreciate it. Says we have to go look it up on Point Streak. That one misses high for a ball. Running the counts to 2-2. Oh, sorry. It's Mrs. Dinwoody's. My apologies. This one's chopped foul. Ashley steps back in the box. Readies himself. 2-2 pitch. Is chopped foul again off the backstop. And a run the count again to 2-2. 6 pitches into the at bat. That one misses inside. Now to run the count to full at 3-2. J.D. Rosario waiting in the wings, followed by Ashton Patterson, the DH tonight. Ohashi gets a hold of this one to the right center field, and it looks like it's going to be caught on the run by the center fielder. Nellis has to go back to first with one away. A great grab by the center fielder just in front of the Canada-wide sports sign in right center field. I'm going to guess close to the 400-foot mark. It's the one spot I'm surprised there's not a fence marker out there, because it goes. It's 369 to center field, but then it jolts outward into the corner, where it's 393. So I'm going to guess it's probably close to 4. It's probably close to 385, almost 400 out there. Some weird dimensions here at Hastings Stadium. Don't try to make it an MLB The Show. You just can't do it because the fences don't work. I've been trying for 2 years straight. I gave up. That one misses inside. Runs the count to 1 ball and a 1 strike on J.D. Rosario. Have to check with J.D. if he actually wants Joseph or he wants J.D. Because when it was entered into the lineup cards originally, I guess they've actually in the point streak they've actually now made it the full name as well. So maybe that's what they want in there. So we'll have to make that adjustment ourselves. That one's in there for a ball. Runs the count to 3-1 on Rosario. Rosario batting .200 on the season. Part of the Mississauga North high performance team. That one's fouled away, coached by Sean Travers. Of course, that should be a name synonymous in the inter-county. Long-time Royal, long-time Maple Leaf. That runs the count to full on that foul ball. That breeze does feel nice, but we need lots more of it. Strike 3 called on Rosario. He goes down looking, and there's 2 away. I'm going to bring up Ashton Patterson, who's batting .230 on the season. He's a DH tonight for the Royals, with Andy Leader making his Royals debut in right field this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in on YouTube. I'm pretty sure the Rogers guys are going to pick this game up for Thursday night as well. That'll be what you can watch the replay Thursday evening on there across the Rogers network, at least in the Brantford and Guelph areas. That one's ball 1. Fortunately, they weren't able to broadcast this game tonight. My guess is due to the heat. I don't blame them on that one. It's an awful tall task to ask volunteers to stagger out here in the hot summer sun with not really much shade to hook up cameras and equipment through. This one is chopped down the line. Third baseman and shortstop and left fielder trying to converge on that. It's going to go foul out of play. And the count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Patterson. Farquharson gets the sign. Patterson tries to avoid that one. He goes around. The umpire said he did not. And the count now is to 3-1 on Ashton Patterson. Looked like he was able to hold it back from this vantage point as well. The 3-1 pitch is high. Patterson will draw the 2-out walk. Runners at first and second now for the top of the order and Brandon LaRue. Brandon LaRue will bat with 2 on and 2 away now. LaRue struck out swinging in the first inning. That one's in there for a called strike on LaRue. Gregor Farquharson gets ahead of the count at 0-1. That one's in there for a called strike. And LaRue falls behind the count at 0-2. LaRue tags this one out to shortstop. Wilson up will flip to second for the force out. And that'll end the inning. Royals strand a pair of base runners, but come away with nothing here. We're still tied at 1 apiece as we come back to the top of the third inning. Red Sox due up when we come back here at Hastings Stadium. Welcome back to Hastings Stadium. You saw the kids run the bases. Well, the three anyways. Nobody else wanted to run it. Can't say I blame them in this heat. But those three dedicated souls were definitely going out and did their best out there and gave it their good old college tries, even though I don't think any of them was above the age of 9. But they had some fun. That's always what's the most important part. They'll go back home tomorrow and tell their buddies at school, hey, I ran the bases at the Royals game. And the kids were like, you going to do that? And then, the legend will continue. There'll be 6 kids next time. They'll probably be all hyped up on Freezies by that time. I tell you, Freezy does sound nice right about now. I think it'll be a quick stop to the closest 7-Eleven for a Slurpee on the way home tonight. It's a hotter one. Here's Evan Grills has finished his warm-up pitches. He'll be dealing with Roger Keane, and then back to the top of the order here in the 3rd inning, and a 1-1 tie between the Red Sox and Guelph Royals. Mark Perry on assignment this evening. He scores. I do believe he's working lacrosse tonight. He's got a busier schedule than I am, and that's something saying a lot. I think I've got a game tonight. We got the Silver Creeks tomorrow night here on my personal YouTube. Then we're in Cable 14 in Hamilton Friday night, and then back here for London Saturday night. First Saturday night home game for the Royals of the season. So just a reminder to the fans that are watching at home, hey, it's Royals have switched to Saturday night games starting this Saturday for the rest of the season. There is one more matinee on the schedule. That is Canada Day, when the Royals are home. As Grillis got the head of the count at 0-2, and that's now ball 1 on Roger Keane. Keane batting .214 on this season. Was hoping to see Crystal and Brian Young tonight, but unfortunately they're not here. As Keane goes around swinging for out number 1. And I checked Instagram and I realized where they were. They're in Pittsburgh at PNC Park, and I wish they were here, or trade them one time, but that's fine. Always great to see Crystal and Brian. They do a lot of great photos of the league and, of course, the Red Sox as well. They actually used Crystal's picture from Saturday for the Plays of the Week at the IB Awards. You can find on the IBL website as well, or you can look for our personal YouTube and get it off there. But please watch it on the IBL site. Helps the traffic. That one's in there for a called strike. And again, thanks to all the broadcasters. Even the players are now tagging me in various plays too, which is great. So it makes my life a little easier. Come Monday morning, I can just go grab highlights from various points with timestamps. That one misses inside for a ball. And the count is 2 balls and a strike on Ethan Palos. Palos struck out swinging in the first. Rosario gets the sign to Guerrillas. That one misses just low for a ball. Runs the count to 3-1. Palos lines this one in the left field. Nellis will track it down. He'll make the catch, and Palos is retired for the second out of the inning.
The shortstop, number 27, Gus.
Palos retired on the F7, and Gus Wilson will be the batter. Wilson came around to doubled and scored in the first for the lone run for the Red Sox. Jeremy Veilleux drove him in the first inning with 2 away, with a double of his own. Wilson came into action batting .361. His average will probably climb a few points, likely .363 now. Take strike 1 called by the plate umpire. Owen offering. Misses outside for a ball. Evens the count at 1-1. If you're just tuning in, Red Sox and Royals traded runs in the first inning, and that's all we've got for the 1-1 tie. Royals coming home on a wild pitch. J.D. Williams scoring the unearned run off Ferguson. Swings and misses that offering from Grillis, and Wilson's behind the count at 1-2. Two-one offering. Or 1-2 offering is called. Strike 3 on the outer half on Wilson. Red Sox go to up, 3 down here in the third inning. Evan Grills is settling in nicely. We'll be back with the Royals coming to bat in the home half of the third inning after the break. Bottom of the third inning at Hastings Stadium and a 1-1 tie between the Brantford Red Sox and the Guelph Royals. I'm Neil Sherwaspa. Thank you so much for tuning in on YouTube this evening. If you're watching us on Royals TV. So I think that's what we call ourselves now, Royals TV. J.D. Williams will be the batter. The center fielder. Singled and scored in the first inning. Stole second base. Advanced to third on an error. Came home on a wild pitch. Scored the unearned run for the Royals here in the inning. Excuse me. I hope you're staying hydrated wherever you've got us tuned in, folks. And please go check on the senior citizens in your area as well. Make sure they've been drinking lots and everything else, and make sure they're okay. And if they don't have air conditioning, maybe invite them in for a couple hours just to cool things off too. That's definitely a danger in this day and time. Williams pops this one in the air. Runs the count to 2 balls and a strike now. Andy Leader, who makes his Royals debut, is on deck. He's 0 for 1 in the contest. He flew it to right field in the first inning. As Williams goes back to work here with a 2-1 count in his favor. Watches that one sail high. It's 3-1 from Parkinson. Kerr updated the out-of-town scoreboard here at the home half of the home crowd as Williams drives the walk. Majors leading the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers in London at Labatt Park 4-2. That one's in the 5th inning. Here at Hastings Stadium, we're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Is Andy Leader now the batter, the right fielder. As we mentioned, he's 0 for 1 as Williams draws the leadoff walk to start the 3rd inning. Leader chops this one foul down the line. Valiant effort by the third baseman. Bateman almost got that one, but it was in foul territory. Count is 0-1 on Leader. Williams with a solid will lead at first. Leader swings through that offering, fouls it off, and the count runs to 0-2. Leader's been chomping at the bit for the last month and a half, ready to get going somewhere. Unfortunately, him and the Panthers had a falling out. It was amicable, though. So he finally able to sign the contract today. Was released by the Panthers earlier today. 2 pitchers going back the other way for the Pittsburgh Panthers from the Royals. Darny Garcia and Jorge De La Cruz Paez. Williams goes on the pitch. And the count is 2-2. Williams, the second stolen base of the night here. Now in scoring position for Leader. With nobody away here in the home half of the 3rd inning. Of course, in this league, the players all have to agree to go to their new destinations before anything can go happen through. It's not really considered a trade. They kind of release them to the other team, and the new team re-signs them. As Leader goes down on the strikeout, he's 0 for 2 in the contest so far. And Garrett Takamatsu will be the batter now, who's singled in the first inning. He's 1 for 1. Williams had already came home on the wild pitch before he got a chance to be driven home by Takamatsu's single. That run is unearned in the first inning. Takamatsu pops this one high up in the air. Vayu gives it chase, but then abandons all hope as it goes beyond the backstop and up and over the grandstand here at Hastings Stadium for strike 1. Looks like Vayu's rocking a new haircut. Williams goes on the pitch. The throw down is off the batter, and that's you tried to throw it down. I think they're going to get some conversation. Actually, no, they're just going to clear the plate. Takamatsu apologizing to Vayu. Went off his bat. Nothing he could do. As Williams steals third as well. Count is 1-1. That one's in the dirt. And the count now is 2 balls and 1 strike on Takamatsu. Takamatsu came into action batting .310. His average should go up a few percentage point depending on what he does in this at bat. Infield in now. Takamatsu hits this one at the shortstop. Wilson fields it cleanly, watches Williams go back to third, and throws to first in time to get Takamatsu. 6-3 goes the putout for the second out of the inning.
Third baseman number 16, Keon Mosney.
Keon Mosini will be the batter now. With 2 away. Williams still standing at 90 feet away at third base, representing the go-ahead run for the Royals here in the home half of the third inning in a 1-1 tie. This one gets away from the catcher again. Williams will trot home again on the wild pitch. Mosani has a ball and no strikes on him. That one is an earned run so far. Now this is outside for a ball. Runs the count to 2-0. This one's popped high in the air. Wilson calls for it. He's got a beat on it. He'll make the catch. Inning over. Royals do score a run to take the 2-1 lead. Red Sox coming up in the top of the 4th inning when we come back here at Hastings Stadium. Top of the 4th inning here at David E. Hastings Stadium. The Guelph Royals leading the Brantford Red Sox 2-1. I'm Neil Shrewastava. Red Sox and Royals and another pitcher's duel once again between these two teams. It's been the story so far this season. Kieran Bowles will lead things off for the Red Sox. He's 0 for 1 in the contest. Grounded out 4-3 in the first inning. Takes a strike called. And Grillis getting ahead of the count at 0-1. That one misses inside. Bowles does a double take. And the count is 1-1. Grillis at 45 pitches now. 30 of them have been strikes so far. That runs the count to 1-2. Strike 3 call. Kieran Bowles did not like that call at all. And he goes down on strikes
Number 12, Jeremy
for the first out of the fourth inning. Jeremy Veilleux will be the batter now. He doubled and has an RBI in the first inning. He drove home Gus Wilson with the lone run for the Red Sox. Yeah, so I've got the Silver Creeks tomorrow night here against the Waterloo Tigers at 7:30 on our YouTube channel. Thursday night off, and then what's also known as our night we just do highlights from around the league on Instagram. You can catch that stuff all up on Around the IBL on Instagram. As Veilleux gives a hold, another one up here to right center or left center field. Sorry, Williams is there. He'll make the catch this time, and Veilleux's retired for out number 2. F8 goes to put out for the second out of the inning.
The third base is number 29, Lucas.
Then Friday night we're on Cable 14 with Reed Duffy and Troy Islikar on Hamilton Cardinals baseball. Brought to you by Mitsubishi, or brought to you by Mountain Mitsubishi Motors. Saturday night back here for the London Majors in town for their first visit. That one's a called strike on Bateman. That one gets away from everybody and runs the count to 1-1. Lucas Bateman was called out on strikes to end the first, his first time up. And then Sunday we're in London, actually. I think we're just scoring that game. Or it might be announcing, not sure which one we're doing. Kind of find that out when we show up. Strike 3 call. Bateman goes down looking again. And it's another 3 up, 3 down inning as Evan Grills has definitely settled in here for the Royals. Royals come to the bat in the home half of the fourth inning, leading the Red Sox 2-1 when we come back. Bottom of the fourth inning here at Hastings Stadium as I put my money away. Trying to pay off the ball boys to get us some freezies. Everybody else is walking around with them. As Nellis hits the first pitch he sees in the right center field. A great grab is not going to be happening. Right fielder track it down, but Nellis is in there safely with the double. Right fielder had to catch a lot of ground up there, so you can't fault him on that one. And Nellis will lead off the inning with the double. Nellis now 2 for 2 in the action on the evening. Ohashi flew out to center field his first time up. Royals leading the Red Sox 2-1 here. Josh Garton is down below us here. Josh, unfortunately, having to sit this one out again. As Ohashi takes ball 1. Ferguson gets the sign from Vega. His 1-0 offering. Misses in the dirt for a ball. Runs the count to 2-0. That one misses upstairs for a ball. And the count is 3-0 on Ohashi. Joseph De Rosario waiting on deck, the catcher. Followed by Ashton Patterson in the hole, who's the DH tonight. 3-0 offering is a called strike on Ohashi. It runs the count to 3-1. The 3-1 pitch is popped in the air. Third baseman calling for it. He'll make the catch. Bateman makes the grab. Watches the runner back to second base with one away. Ohashi retired on the F5 pop-up. And there's one away here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Nell is still standing at second base for the Royals, looking for some insurance runs. Grounded right at Bateman. He fields it cleanly. He'll throw to first in time for the out. And Rosario is retired 5-3, and there's two away. 5-3 goes the put out. Ashton Patterson, who walked his last time up with the batter now. That one's in there for a called strike on Patterson, as Gregor Ferguson gets ahead in the count at 0-1. Patterson swings and misses that offering. Runs the count to 0-2. O2 offering. Misses upstairs, runs the count to 1-2.
Hey, did Josh the money that he gave you freezies? Can you have 4 instead of 3, please? Did Josh see you yet about the freezies? Okay, I gave Josh $5 to get freezies for us.
Patterson swings and misses,
Can you grab 3?
and that'll end the inning. Mark Nellis, his leadoff double, is stranded at second base.
Edmonton 1, Florida no score.
They do lead that one 2-1. We'll come back at the top of the fifth inning here at Hastings Stadium. Top of the fifth inning here at David E. Hastings Stadium on Neil Sriwastawa. Guelph Royals leading the Brantford Red Sox 2-1. Evan Grills has set everything down since the first inning. 3 up, 3 down. Josh Garton with a special delivery on the freezies. We appreciate that one. That one's called a strike on Grillis. That one misses low and evens the count at 1-1 on Grillis. 1-1. Sorry for the loud crunch. That one is fouled away. For strike 2. Ah, that feels good. I'd be okay with the brain freeze tonight. Not usually encouraging those things, but if you have to get one, hey, I understand it. Does anybody have a cure-all for those things? Strike 3 called. Grillis gets another one. And that's the first out here in the fifth inning. 2 strikeouts in the first inning for Grillis. 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 1 now in the fifth. As he's not let the Red Sox get aboard since the first inning after the 2 doubles. He's run into the 2 doubles and the 1 run. That's ball 1 inside on Matt Torrenson. Top chop to the shortstop. LaRue's not going to get to that one. That's a base hit, and I think I jinxed that. As Grillis was rolling here. That'll be an infield. That'll be a single for Matt Torrenson, just past the extended glove of Brandon LaRue. If LaRue would have fielded that, would have still been a heck of a highlight reel. As Asai comes to bat now. He's 0 for 1 in the contest. He grounded out 6-3 in the second inning. Runner at first. Oh, they got him picked off. Oh, if they could have held on to the ball. Takamatsu doesn't have the ball. But he does a good job of selling it on that one. And the runner stays put. He sold it pretty well, so you got to put a star beside that for Gary Takamatsu. That is the first disengagement by Grillis. As Torrenson will be a little closer on that base pass this time through. That one sails inside for a ball. And the count is 1-0 on the side. I will try not to crunch it during the broadcast. I'll do it in the off when we're off on the commercial breaks. Williams gives this one chase, but Nellis is going to make the catch, and the out's retired. Nellis catches that one almost off the Tamboro construction sign at the 397 sign in left center field. Roger Keane now will bat with 2 away. Keane struck out swinging in the third. He was a called strike 3. Grillis throws over again and almost got Dorranson again. Save call by the plate umpire. First base umpire. Throws over again. That is his second disengagement, so now he has to make sure he gets him, or it'll be called a balk. Hasn't thrown a pitch to Keane yet. Torrenson going on the pitch. The throw down is not going to be in time. Torrenson steals the base, and it's ball 1 on Roger Keane. The Red Sox faithful do travel pretty well. They love to come to this ballpark. Saw Ann Chamberlain down there. I'm sure Sharon's here too. The usual suspects, as we call them. The cowbell ladies. As Keene swings and misses that offering, he runs the count to 1-1. One gets away from Rosario. The runners go up another 90 feet. Torrenson now at third base. That's a 2-1 strike count on Roger Keene. That will be charged a pass ball on the catcher. That's why I went up for a conversation with the pitcher. I think they got crossed up. No trip is issued or charged. That was considered a cross-up. Guessing that's the proper term for those. When the catcher and the umpire go out for it. Grillis works again, gets the sign from Rosario. His 2-1 offering on its way. Swung on and missed by Keene. Evens the count at 2-2. Grillis had retired 11 in a row before the single by Torrenson. 2-2 offering. Swung on and missed in the dirt. Rosario up with it. He'll throw to first to complete the transaction. K through 3 goes your putout. And the Red Sox are done here in the 5th inning. They do strand a base runner and trail the Royals 2-1. We're back with the Royals coming to bat in the home half of the 5th inning while I enjoy my freezy during the commercial break. Bottom of the 5th inning, my freezy is doing well. Guelph Royals leading the Brantford Red Sox 2-1. I'm Neil Sriwastava. Welcome you back to Hastings Stadium on Royals Baseball on YouTube. As Brandon Werlew will lead things off here with his Royals leading 2-1. Yes, Alan Ross, the cowbells are here in full effect. So straw poll for the fans watching at home. What kind of freezies do you like? What's your favorite flavor? Of course, I got my favorite clear one, which I think is cream soda. At home, we have the Welch's Lemonade. I think it's Welch's Lemonade ones. We also have the Orange Crush ones, which, you know, I'll get stuck with the orange ones. Everybody else eats all the lime green ones and the grape ones on me and the cream soda ones. I do not like the watermelon ones. Count is quickly 0-2 on LaRue. But yes, let us know what flavor freezy is your favorite in the chat. This one's popped in the air. First baseman giving chase to it. He'll make the catch. LaRue's retired for out number 1 here in the 5th inning.
Left-center fielder, number 8, J.D. Williams.
J.D. Williams with the batter. He's responsible for both runs for the Royals in this ball game. He singled in the 1st inning, stole second base. Went to third on an error, came home on a wild pitch. In the 3rd inning, he walked, stole second and third, came home on another wild pitch for the 2-1 lead. As Gregor Ferguson has pitched pretty well here. Well, misses low for ball 1. Of course, you can watch the replay. I do believe Rogers is going to pick up the feed for this contest for Thursday night to air on their Rogers Network. This one's chopped down the line. Fielded cleanly by the third baseman. Long throw will be high and out of play. Williams aboard for the third time tonight, and he starts the inning off at second base with one away. That'll be an E5, and that'll bring up Andy Leader, the newly acquired Guelph Royal. Leader is 0 for 2 in the contest.
Number 10, Andy Leader.
Be now in scoring position once again for J.D. Williams. Now misses inside for ball one. 2-1 the Guelph Royals leading the Brantford Red Sox, and then are tightly contested pitchers duels between these two teams. Speaking to Ken Lumpton earlier before the ball game, he said about a handful of ball games he thought his team should have won so far. But he's happy with the progress they're making. The pitching staff has been outstanding. The bats are coming around. He's also touting a little bit on the junior team. He applauds them for getting everybody into the lineup, but they got to focus on winning a little more as well. The count is now 2-1 on Leader. Leader gets a hold one down the right field line, giving chase, but it's going to go foul and out of play. Evens the count at 2-2. Two offering the Leader. Is swung on and missed. Leader goes down in the dirt. Bayou up with it, throws down to first. He's retired K2-3 for the second out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 4, Garrett Takamatsu.
There's a faint breeze running its way through the ballpark here, and we're thankful for that. As Takamatsu comes to the plate. Williams had to stay at second base as Bayou kept an eye on him before he threw down to first. Takamatsu is 1 for 2 in the contest with a single in the first inning. Takamatsu with a big cut on that offering from Farquharson. Falls behind the count at 0-1. And the starting pitching for the Red Sox have been outstanding. Jeremy Sucre, Laukinen, Farquharson now. I think great performances from Isaiah Ramos as well. And the company behind him. Aiden Armitage, the list goes on and on. You just have to be able to cut down on the mental mistakes as well. That one misses inside. Count now 2-1 on Takamatsu. Keon Masani waiting on deck here. Should Takamatsu extend the inning? That one misses upstairs for a ball. And the count now is 3-1 on Takamatsu. Three-one offering is swung on and missed by Takamatsu. That'll run the count to full at 3-2. Three-two pitch. This is upstairs. Takamatsu draws the 2-out walk. Runners at first and second now for Keon Mozani.
Third baseman, number 16, Keon Mozani.
Mozani 0 for 2 in the contest. Grounded out 5-3 in the first inning and popped up to the shortstop in the third. That one misses for a ball. And the count is 1-0 in favor of Masani. Ferguson gets the sign from Vayu. 1-0 offering, misses outside, runs the count to 2-0. That one's in there for a called strike. Count now 2 balls and a strike on Masani. The Royals faithful not liking that call from the plate umpire, but it's been there all night. 2-1 offering. He is in there for a called strike 2, and evens the count to 2-2. Gord Franks, actually neither of them are imports, actually. That one is through the infield. And they get the call at second base on the force-out. Takamatsu didn't like that call. As the Royals faithful letting the umpire crew hear it about it. Royals strand 2 base runners in the 5th inning, but walk away empty-handed. We're back with the top of the 6th inning. We'll answer Gord Frank's question in the top of that 6th inning as well when we come back. Top of the 6th inning here at David Hastings Stadium. The Guelph Royals leading the Brantford Red Sox 2-1. Evan Grillis has been dealing, as has Gregor Farquharson, so far in a very tightly contested pitcher's duel. To answer Gord Frank's question, Guelph Royals acquired Andy Leader from the Kitchener Panthers in exchange for Jorge De La Cruz Paez and Danny Garcia. Neither are considered imports. Paez has actually got his permanent residency status here in Guelph, so doesn't count as an import. This one's Kopmaracker at the mound. Grills will step and throw to first. In time, over to Takamatsu, and there's one away here.
The shortstop, number 27, Gus Wilson.
Of course, we got to remind fans at home, it's not really considered trades in the intercounty. They might release a player to a certain team. That's been the case with the Panthers. They released his rights to the Guelph Royals in exchange for those 2 players. Of course, all 3 players had to agree to come to the other team. They were assigned, they were traded to or released to. So it doesn't work like it does in the majors or minor leagues where they can just trade somebody for a player to be named later in cash considerations. Usually these players have to, because again, it's a working man's league. Nobody's actually paid outside of imports who get room and board in this league. Of course, you can play players' mileage and everything else for away games. So it's not just so easy to make a transaction like the one we saw this evening. It takes a lot of moving pieces and a lot of agreements on both sides. And we thank both parties for getting it done. Because it's great to have Andy back in the league playing. And that's the most important thing of this whole thing. grounded to the third baseman. Long throw will be in time, and there's 2 away. Wilson's retired on the 5-3.
First baseman number 10, Kieran Bowles.
So hopefully that answered the question you had, Gord. Well, we do appreciate those. Sorry if we don't get them to the right away. Kieran Bowles, who's 0 for 2 in the contest. He's grounded out and struck out. Takes ball 1 low from Grills. Grills at 68 pitches, 45 are strikes right now, as Bowles fouls that offering off for pitch number 66. That almost sounds like one of those cartoon car horns. That one's a called strike on Bowles. And he finds behind the count at 1-2. So that's why you usually don't, getting back to that point off the top with like Gord Franks asked, that's why you don't see a lot of trades announced in this league. Because players have to pretty much consent to being released to that team they're going to. They have to agree to play to them as well. So when they do get released, they have a couple of minutes to sign the contract again with their new club, and that's what the delay was. We heard about this transaction going through late last week, actually, but nothing came to fruition until this evening. Bill swings and misses that one. He goes down on strikes. And Grills gets a 3-up, 3-out inning here in the 6th inning. Red Sox trail the Royals 2-1. Royals coming to bat when we come back here in the home half of the 6th inning here at Hastings Stadium after the break.
Hardline drive up the middle. Whoa! Lindor out of nowhere. How did he do that?
That Lindor can play. I don't know about that hair. And don't get me started on those gloves.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
It's time for a revolution. The Rev 1X by Rollins.
Bottom of the 6th inning here at David E. Hastings Stadium. Royals leading the Red Sox 2-1. Pitching change for the Red Sox brought to you by our friends at Lucky Belly. When hunger strikes, hit the Lucky Belly and fill that hunger need. Norm Coleman takes over on the hill for the Red Sox. Yeah, goodness, he could actually give Brad Grieveson a challenge for his beard title here in the IBL. Gregor Farquharson goes 5 innings. It's the first offering from Nellis is hit into left field for a base hit. And Nellis is 3 for 3, a pair of singles and a double.
Second baseman, number 24,
Ryusuke Ohashi will bat now with a runner on and nobody away. Gregor Farquharson charged with 2 runs, only one's earned. Allowed 4 hits in the contest. Did have 5 strikeouts to his credit as well. He locked horns with Evan Grills and did rather admirably here. That one misses for a ball on Ryusuke. The count is 2-0 in his favor. That one's a called strike. And the count now is 2-1 on Ohashi. Rosario on deck, followed by Ashton Patterson due up in the inning. As Ohashi watches this one sail inside and high for ball 3.
The catcher, number 2, Joseph Del Rosario.
As Ryusuke takes the walk down here. Squares around, but pulls it back. Ball is called a ball on Del Rosario. Gets the bunt down this time, a perfectly executed one. Gorman's only going to have one play, and that's one play only at first. And he's going to beat it off as the runner's going to say he's off the bag. And everybody's safe. Base is loaded here.
Number 50, Ashton Patterson.
As Ashton Patterson will be the batter. It's going to bring up a mound visit. Ken Lupton coming out to have a conversation with his pitcher. Going to put down, that was a sack, and reached on an error because the pitcher was off the, it's an unfortunate error. But it's going to unload the bases. Don't want to take the sacrifice the sack bunt away from Rosario in that situation either as a scorer. Throw pulled the runner off the base, the fielder off the base, so that's why it gets scored with a sack E1. Everybody is safe. Bases loaded now for Ashton Patterson. As Norman Coleman tries to get loose here and collects his thoughts. Infield in now, all the way around the base pass. They're coming home with the baseball if it's hit to them. In a 2-1 ball game. Patterson swings and misses at that first offering for strike 1. That one's a called strike up in the air. Draws the ire of the Royals faithful once again. Oh, 2 offering on Patterson. Just misses outside for a ball. Patterson thought about going after it. And the count is 1-2 on Patterson. Nobody away here in the Royals' 6th inning. Patterson gives this one a ride, but it's going to go hook foul and go off the fence onto Kathleen Street. I think a car picked that one up on the way as they were driving by. I saw it bounce in front of them and stop their car. Patterson swings and misses, goes down on strikes, and there's one away. Bases still loaded here for the Royals in the 6th. That'll bring up Brandon LaRue now, who's 0 for 3 in the contest. He reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning, struck out swinging in the 1st, and popped up to the first baseman in the 5th. Almost a full moon out there, as you see it just above in the skyline. Ruse swings and misses at the first offering from Coleman for strike one. Swung on and missed. Rue falls behind the count from Coleman at 0-2. J.D. Williams, who's reached base 3 times in the ball game, will be on deck here. Followed by Andy Leader. This one's fouled away. Some sad news to report. Willie Mays, the San Francisco Giants icon, just passed away in the last few minutes. It was announced by Major League Baseball. That one gets past the left fielder and it drops in. That's going to score 2 for sure. And LaRoe is up there with a double. At this time of night, the light's in left field because where the light pole is, it is so hard to read the baseball off it. I don't think the left fielder saw it until it was dropping. And that's how we're going to score it. And that is going to be it for Coleman here as Lupton is coming out with that quick hook here. Brandon LaRue gets the RBI double. Sorry, 2 RBI double. Royal and J.D. Williams will come to the bat now with 2 runners on and 1 away. Royals have increased the lead here to 4-1. Williams would like to cash in a couple more and give his pitching staff a little more breathing room. Infield in it once again at the double play depth there. Coming home with this baseball. Ramos' first offering misses outside for ball 1. But thank you once again for tuning in on YouTube. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do so. It does help the channel to grow, and the Royals get closer to that 1,000 subscriber mark. They get a small percentage of the ad revenue that runs on the YouTube replays on these videos. Might not equate to much, but hey, it might help to do some stream improvements in the future. As the count now is 3-0 on Williams. That one gets away from the catcher, Vayu. Ramos is throwing to flip the throw. They get him at the plate. As Williams went around on that pitch, they're saying? Or is that ball 4? Ball 4. So ball 4. And Andy Leader will bat with 2 away and runners on the corners. Del Rosario tagged out at the plate on a 2-1, which allows LaRue to go to third. So I'm just updating point streak as well. So if you hear me doing that on the broadcast, that's usually what I'm doing. I'm just updating the point streak as well, so I make sure I have it clear in my mind so that before I put on the score sheet. Not many of the broadcasters have to do both jobs at the same time, but we do it a fair bit, especially on Royals broadcast. So when Mark Perry is here, it's a little easier. This one is lined in the right center field. Looks like it's going to drop in for a base hit. It's going to go off the fence and stay in the yard. Leader on his horse. He's going hard for 3, and Leader's got his first hit as a Royal, and he cashes home 2 on the 2 RBI triple. Royals now leading this one 6-1. And Andy Leader, the monkey is off your back. You have an average.
Number 4, Garrett Takamatsu.
Leader clears the bases, and Garrett Takamatsu has an opportunity to make it a 7-1 ball game here. Should be able to cash in Leader. Takamatsu is 1 for 2 in the contest. Single in the first inning, grounded up to the shortstop, and walked in the 5th. It's the first pitch he sees in the left center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Royals increase the lead. It's now 7-1. Leader comes home to score. Takamatsu at first. Give him the RBI. Keon Mazzani now the batter. 0 for 3 in the contest. Pops the first opportunity he sees up in the air. Ramos giving a chase, so is Vayu. Vayu will make the catch, and the inning is over. Royals score 5 runs on 4 hits. There was 1 error by the Red Sox. 1 man is left on base. Royals leading this one 7-1 as we head to the top of the 7th inning here at Hastings Stadium. Top of the 7th inning here at Hastings Stadium. The Guelph Royals now leading the Brantford Red Sox 7-1. I'm Neil Srivastawa. Evan Grews out here to start the 7th inning. Just 71 pitches at this point for the veteran. 72 now. 48 of them were strikes. An impressive return here to the mound for Grills in the second opportunity. This one is driven by Vayu, but foul. And evens the count at 1-1. Well, here you go. So Josh Garton, when he's not in the lineup, has some luck of his own. Garton traded 2 of the 50-50 tickets with longtime fan Roger and won the 50-50. So go figure. So I guess Gatorades are on Josh next time? That's great to see. Right here back at Hastings, we have a 3-1 count from Grills on Veilleux. 3-1 offering, misses inside for a ball. And that is the first walk issued by Grills in this contest, as Veilleux makes his way down to first here to start the 7th inning. Lucas Bateman now the batter. Struck out looking both times so far against Grills. As Grills been mowing everybody down so far. Or mowing everybody down, I guess, not mowing. Not a cat. It's not meowing either. That one misses high for a ball. That one's a called strike. And the count is 1-1. Throw over. They got Veilleux picked off. 1-3. And looks like LaRue is going to get tagged out. So 1-3-6 will go the caught stealing. And Bateman has a 1-1 count, and there's one away now. Got him caught leaning. Evan Grills has got a good pickoff move. Don't say that too loudly so the rest of the league doesn't know. 1-3-6. Caught stealing. One away. And Bateman has a 1-1 count. Now it's a 1-2 count as that one just sails in. That is just looking nasty. I want a catcher's cam to see that thing coming in. Count now 1-2 on Bateman. 1-2 offering. It's chopped down the line. That's a win for Bateman. Fielded cleanly by the third baseman, thrown to first in time. He made solid contact, so Bateman will feel a little better about that at bat. And Cam Gurney will be the batter. He's 0 for 2. He's flown up to left field and struck out in the 5th. Grills was 1 strikeout in the 1st inning, 1 in the 2nd. 2 in the 3rd. And a ground ball here to the second baseman. Ohashi up with it. He'll throw to first in time. That's another 3-up, 3-down inning for Evan Grills. Pointing at the manager as he comes off the field, so he might be done after this inning. But we'll see. 7th inning stretch here at the Hastings Stadium when we come back. The Royals will come to bat. 7th inning stretch. Bottom of the 7th inning here at Hastings Stadium. The Guelph Royals leading the Brantford Red Sox 7-1. As Mark Nellis, who's 3 for 3 in the contest, will come to bat. Pair of singles, a run scored, and a double for the youngster in left field today. Takes ball 1 from Isaiah Ramos. I'll try to answer that comment in the chat in a second here. Just bringing it up on my phone. Dexter, we do believe in the 5th inning. It was a fielder's choice. Tough play. And Nellis is retired by the right fielder for the first out of the 7th inning. First time tonight, Nellis has been retired as well on that F9.
The second baseman, number 24, Ryosuke Ohashi.
And Dexter, thank you so much for tuning in. As Ohashi comes to the plate. He walked his last time up, grounded out to center, or popped out to third base and flown out to center field so far. Takes strike 1 from Isaiah Ramos, the chameleon. That one misses low for a ball. And the count is 1-1. It is cooling down a little bit, not enough though. That breeze does feel nice though. Count now 2-1 Ohashi. Ramos' delivery is popped foul by Ohashi, evens the count at 2-2. No problems, Dexter. Just giving Vayu a few more seconds here to recover after wearing that foul ball. Or was it the bat? We're not sure. That one misses outside for a ball, runs the count to full with 1 away. Red Sox and Royals traded runs in the first inning. Royals took the lead with a solo run in the 3rd before putting a 5 spot up in the 6th. That one misses low, and Ohashi will take a walk with 1 away.
The catcher, number 2, Joseph De Rosario.
Joseph De La Rosario will be the batter now. My apologies if you want to be called Joseph. JD, we've been calling you JD because it was on the lineup card the original day as JD Rosario. Actually, I believe it was in point streak as JD Rosario as well at one point. So our humblest apologies. That one's in there for a called strike. As Ramos gets ahead of Rosario at 0-1. Ramos looks to runner back at first. His 0-1 offering. Misses inside, evens the count at 1-1. I don't envy the catchers or the umpires in a day like today. That extra equipment just adds pounds and weight to this already stifling heat. That one misses outside. Runner goes on that pitch. And it'll be a stolen base by Ohashi. You unfortunately lost the grip on the baseball. 2 balls and a strike on the count is now Rosario, as Ohashi takes second base on the stolen base. This one's popped in the air down the right field line. It's going to go foul and off the top of the Red Sox dugout. Kind of glad we didn't put the camera on top of the dugout today. Probably would have hit that thing right off the top. And thanks to our director, Jacob Chappelle, tonight for doing such a great job behind the scenes here. And, of course, to my right is Eric McKenzie doing all the audio and all the sound effects and music for the in-house people. Bruce Barker is the PA man tonight. One of the best in the game. That was a ground ball. 4-3 goes your putout on Rosario for the second out. Ohashi goes to third. As Ashton Patterson will come to the plate now with 2 away and a runner at third. I think it's definitely a Slurpee on the way home night. Brain freeze be damned. It's either that or a strawberry shortcake McFlurry. I'm not sure which one. Maybe the McFlurry. I don't know. Need something cold on the way home. Swung on and missed. And Patterson's behind the counter to 1-2. Sorry for bringing up food again. Just need something cold. Strike 3 called. Patterson goes down looking.
Stanley Cup Finals update. 13 minutes left in the second period. Edmonton up 3-1 on Florida.
Stanley Cup playoffs now. Update, courtesy of Bruce Barker. Oilers up 3-1 on the Florida Panthers in the second period. We're back top of the 8th inning when we come back here at Hastings Stadium. The Royals leading this one 7-1. Top of the 8th inning we go. Evan Grill is still out here on the mound for the Guelph Royals, and I don't blame him. He's having an absolutely dominant performance against the Brantford Red Sox. Just 3 hits allowed so far, just the 1 run. For the Red Sox, a lot of strikeouts. At one point, he settled down 11 in a row. Takes ball 1 here on Matt Torrenson. Torrenson with one of the 3 hits the Red Sox have got. The other ones go to Jeremy Villa and Gus Wilson. As Torrenson hits this one to center field, Williams is going to have to charge hard here, and it's not going to be caught. It's going to drop in, and Torrenson's got himself his second knock against Evan Grills. The 4th hit of the night for the Red Sox is a single to center field. But we thank you so much for tuning in. There's a 1-1 tie after 1 here. Royals took the 2-1 lead in the 3rd before putting up a 5 spot in the 6th. That one's in there for a call strike. on Desai. This one's fouled away, and the quickly count is 0-2. Grills at 85 pitches, 56 are strikes to this point in the contest. Of course, he makes the trip down from Ottawa for these Tuesday night ball games. That one misses for a ball. It's 2-1. Or sorry, 1-2. Count now is 2-2 on Desai. Desai 0 for 2 in the contest, grounded to the shortstop and flown out to center field in the fifth. Grills give the 2 hits in the first inning and then shut people down to the fifth. As Desai goes around on that pitch and goes down with a strike. He got the defeated look of a youngster there as he goes down on strike 3. They're bring up Roger Keene now with a runner at first and 1 away.
Number 34, Roger Keene.
Here's Grills grunting on that one as it slipped out of his hand for ball 1. Throw over, runner back safely. First disengagement will be charged on this at bat to Grills. One's line. It's going to get. Ohashi gets to the baseball, but doesn't have a play. Unfortunately, that'll be an infield single. But a great play by Ohashi to keep that one in front of him. Runners at first and second now with just 1 away. Officially ruled a single. Somebody's coming up in the stands with cleats. That one's called a strike. And the count is 0-1 on Ethan Palos. That one misses high. Runs the count to 1-1. Sounds like tap shoes tapping on that metal, that tin floor here, or aluminum floor, whatever it is, metal floor. Swung on and missed by Palos, and the count is now 1-2. This was the Evan Grills most people knew about for many years in the Canadian baseball circles. That one's called strike 3. Palos doesn't even put an argument up, he just walks away. Another punch out for Evan Grills here. And the Red Sox have got 2 away here in the 8th inning. It looks like we got another cross up. And they're changing signs again. And now we're hearing crickets as Gus Wilson comes to the plate.
The shortstop, number 27, Gus Wilson.
Top of the 8th inning, if you're just tuning in, with a close ball game until the 6th inning. Rose led at that point 2-1, and a pitcher's duel. Fortunately, the bottom fell out in that inning. Rose scoring 5 runs, now lead at 7-1. Ball 1 on Gus Wilson. Wilson's got 1 of the 2 extra base hits in the contest for the Red Sox. They do have a trio of singles. Rose allowed 5 hits till this point. That one's in there for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. One pitch. is fouled away by Wilson. And the count now 1-2. Grills steps out, asks for another sign. That'll be a disengagement charge to him on this at bat. And we'll do it again at 1-2. 1-2 offering. Just misses low for a ball. Runs the count to 2-2. This one's fouled away by Wilson. Grills line to this point, 7 2 innings pitched. Allowed 1 run, it is earned. 5 hits, allowed 2 doubles, 1 walk, 12 strikeouts in the contest for Mr. Grills. As he's got Gus Wilson with a 2-2 count here. Looking for strikeout number 13. That one misses just inside and runs the count to full at 3-2. Reminds the infield they're going across the diamond here now to get the batter out, as the runners are going to be going on this 3-2 offering. Grills gets the sign from his catcher. 3-2 offering on its way. Steps off. Almost caught everybody off guard here. Thankfully didn't throw it at the second baseman because nobody was there. Grills get set again. 3-2 offering. Strike 3 called. That's lucky number 13 for Evan Grills. Red Sox strand 2 base runners here in the 8th inning. Grills coming to bat, leading this one 7-1 when we come back after the break. Bottom of the 8th inning we go here at Hastings Stadium. The Royals leading the Red Sox 7-1 as Aiden Armitage takes over on the hill for the Red Sox here in the 8th inning. They trail the Royals by 6 at 7-1. The story of the ball game, of course, has been the performance of Evan Grills, 13 strikeouts to this point for the Royals. As Brent LaRue hits the first pitch he sees into right field, he's going to dive and make the catch. A diving stop by the right fielder, and there's one away. LaRue, actually, maybe I guess it didn't. He ruled him as a single. My mistake. Umpire did not make a signal, so I assumed he made the catch. LaRue's aboard with a single.
Make some noise for J.D. Williams.
We may have to fix that in post. Before it airs on the Rogers broadcast. I thought he got to it. Williams takes ball one here as LaRue is on first base with that single. That one misses upstairs on Williams. And it's now a 2-0 count on Williams from Aiden Armitage. This one misses inside for a ball, and it's 3-0 on Williams. That one misses low, and Williams will draw the 4-pitch walk. That'll bring up Andy Leader, the newly signed Guelph Royal, who tripled his last time up with an RBI triple, or 2 RBI triple, in the 6th inning. He came home to score on the next at-bat by Garrett Takamatsu. Leader following in the footsteps of his grandfather and playing for the Royals after being a 3-time All-Star with the Kitchener Panthers. He's going to call out Bayou and the umpire as he looks like he's crossed up on the signs here. Stanley Cup playoffs is now a 4-2 ball game. Or hockey game. Jeez. We're at a ball game. Too much heat today. Armitage gets set. Runners at first and second now for Leader. Takes ball one inside. And the count is 1-0. Now misses inside. Count now 2-0. That one misses low. Armitage runs the count to 3-0 now on Leader. Interesting to see if he has the green light here in this situation. Royals already up by 6. As the runners will lead off and not go anywhere. There's nobody away in the inning. 3-0 pitch misses low, and Leader draws the walk to load the bases. Garrett Takamatsu will bat with the bases loaded and nobody away.
Number 4, Garrett Takamatsu.
Pitching coach coming out. Have a conversation with the catcher and the pitcher in this situation. As Norman Coleman must have picked up something and took over for the pitching coach. Or at least saved Ken Lupton the trip. Just misses inside to Takamatsu for ball one. Oh, I called it a strike. My apologies. I thought it was high and in tight. Takamatsu fouls this one away, runs the count to 0-2. Armitage gets the sign. His 0-2 offering on his way to Takamatsu. Chopped to the shortstop. Wilson up with it. Flipped to second for one. That's all they're going to get. Run will come home. It's an 8-1 ball game as Takamatsu reaches on the fielder's choice.
Third baseman, number 16, Keon Mozeni.
Fielder's choice and an RBI. 6-4 goes to put out. Retires leader at second base. Keon Mullaney will be the batter now. Ball one on Mullaney. Time called. Conversations going down on both sides of the field here. Line through the hole. That's going to get past the shortstop. Wilson can't come up with another run scores. It's now a 9-1 ball game for the Royals. Lozani hits that run in here, and that's going to be it for Aiden Armitage here.
Number 9, Mark Nellis.
As Mark Nellis will be the face a new pitcher when we come back after a brief pause in the action. In the eighth inning here at David E. Hastings Stadium, Royals have got runners at first and second and already leading this one 9-1 as Kyle Nash takes over on the hill for the Brantford Red Sox. Mark Nellis with the batter. He's 3 for 4 in the contest. A double, 2 singles, and flown it to right field so far. So he swings for the fences on that one. He gets crossed up by Nash for strike one. Misses outside for a ball, runs the count to even at 1-1. Was a pitcher's duel until the 6th inning. Gregor Farquharson pitched pretty well for the Red Sox. Fortunately, he'll take the loss, giving up 2 runs. One's only earned, though. This one is lined by Nellis into right field. Right fielder underneath it. He'll make the catch. Runners not tagging on the play. They're already up by a bunch. And there's now 2 away.
The second baseman, number
Nellis retired on the F9 for second out. Ohashi now coming up to the plate. A pair of walks and a pair of groundouts. And a run scored for Ohashi plus a stolen base. That one's in there for a called strike 1 on Ohashi. Well, thank you so much for tuning in on YouTube. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do so. Helps the channel to continue to grow. Edges the Royals a little closer to some ad revenue once the replays are on YouTube as well. Might go ahead to help towards some stream improvements in the future. 1-1 offering. This is outside for a ball. It's 2-1 on Ohashi. Have to see if we can get an update on the London and Chatham-Kent Barn Stormer score. That one started half an hour ahead of us, so it should be over. That one gets away from the fat catcher. A wild pitch allows the runners to go up another 90 feet. Four in the top of the 10th inning between the Barnstormers and Majors. Looks like we're missing a good one there. Count is 3-1 Ohashi. That one's a call to strike, and they run the count to full at 3-2. Nash's 3-2 offering is chopped right back to the pitcher. Nash up with it. He'll throw to first in time for the out. Inning's over. Royals do get a couple more base runs across and lead this one 9-1 as we head to the top of the 9th inning. Be interesting to see if Evan Grills is going to come out to try to complete this one himself, or we're going to have a new pitcher. Top of the ninth inning here at Hastings Stadium. The Guelph Royals leading the Brantford Red Sox 9-1. Reese Montgomery takes over on the hill for the Royals. Evan Grill's day is done. Just a 1 run allowed. 2 walks, 5 hits, 13 strikeouts. A much more accustomed performance from Evan Grills we're used to seeing throughout his career. This is absolutely dominant on the hill for the Royals this evening. As Reese Montgomery will go to work now. It's a sizable cushion as that first pitch is fouled off for strike 1. Montgomery gets the sign from Rosario. A 1 offering. This is low for a ball, evens the count at 1-1. Thank you so much for tuning in on YouTube this evening. Reminder, you can watch the replay on Rogers TV Thursday night. Or you can catch it anytime on YouTube. Sure will be a few highlights from Evan Grill's performance tonight. Of course, you saw the debut of Andy Leader in a Royals uniform as well. Montgomery's 1-2 pitch. This is inside and actually hits the batter. Bowles will take his way down to first. To start the ninth inning.
The catcher, number 12, Jeremy Valou.
Jeremy Valou now the batter. Doubled, flew out to center field and walked so far in this contest. Swings and misses that first offering for Montgomery for strike 1. Bateman and Cam Gurney due up in the inning for the Red Sox behind Valou. Should I go to that point? Valou hits this one into the center field. It's going to drop in between the right fielder and center fielder, who are shaded more to left. And Valou collects his second hit of the contest. Runners at first and second with nobody away now for Lucas Bateman. Bateman is probably happy to see the end of Evan Grills. He struck out twice on called strikes. Grounded out 5-3 in the 7th inning, so it was a little bit of a moral victory. He figured Grills out enough to get a ball in the play. The young man has got a long, bright future ahead of him. Wasn't overmatched, held his own. Takes strike 1.
Now batting number 19, Evan Ryan.
Actually, it's a pinch hitter. Sorry. Bateman is done. 19th comes in. Evan Ryan. Takes the ball. So yeah, they didn't look about the same size as Bateman. Swung on and missed. Falls behind the count 1-2. Swung on and missed. Ryan goes down on strikes, and there's one away. Got an air horn from a Red Sox fan. Not sure why. Ryan is retired for the first out of the inning. And Cam Gurney will come to the plate. Designated hitter tonight. 0 for 3 in the contest at this point. Flew it to left field, struck out in the 5th inning, and grounded out 4-3 in the 7th. Gives this one a charge to right field. Right fielder still backpedaling. He is going to make the catch, and there's 2 away. Great play by the right fielder out there to reel that one in. Leader with the grab. Why am I not surprised? Used to seeing him doing that in center field for many years.
Miles fans, clap those hands, stomp those feet.
Matt Torreson now, who's about the batter. He's got 2 hits in the contest and has struck out swinging. Representing the last chance for the Red Sox here in the 9th. Swings and misses that first offering from Montgomery. For strike 1. Leader getting it done with the bat and the glove tonight. This one's chopped at LaRue. He's fielded it cleanly. He'll go to long throw across the diamond in time for the out. And that's the ball game. Your Royals are victorious tonight. They down the Brantford Red Sox 9-1. This game was the story of a couple of things. First, the Royals acquired Andy Leader prior to game time. Then Evan Grills goes on the mound and absolutely dominates the Red Sox. A great pitching performance from the Red Sox starter as well. But unfortunately goes for naught. He gets charged with a loss, allowing 2 runs. Just 1 is earned, though. And then the Royals offense exploding in the 6th inning for 5 runs. The difference in the contest, really. Royals improved to 7-4 on the season. Red Sox dropped to 4-10. Thank you so much for tuning in on YouTube this evening. Have a great night. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.